Hey gang, well, this little incident that happened a few days ago is still fresh in my mind. I want to tell you guys about it. And I still have two more incidents that happened here at the library recently that I want to tell you guys about. But this one, like I said, this one is just something I got to tell you guys about. And it all started when this woman who, well, the two people we're involving in the story, we're going to call them Jack and Diane, because I don't want to say their real names, and you know, in case something ever happens, and you know, and you know, yeah, I'm referring to or referencing, I should say, a John Mellencamp song, and most of you out there, you never even heard of it, so don't worry about it. But you probably know the parody by Weird Al called Homer and Marge, so you know. Anyway, I was just sitting here one day watching YouTube videos, and this woman walks out, and I believe it's the woman who took a faceplant right here on the sidewalk some time ago. And so she starts talking to me and everything like that, and you know, we just start chit-chatting and all this other stuff. And after a short while, she starts telling me pretty much her life story. And I don't know why people do that with me. I mean, maybe they hear my name Doc and they just go like, oh, well, okay, let me tell you my problems. And I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And she tells me that she's autistic and her mom didn't want her. She was going to try to abort her and all this other stuff. I'm like, wow, your story's pretty tragic, but you know. And so we're just sitting here chit-chatting and having a good time and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, my old wrestling buddy Jack comes walking down the sidewalk, and he's hollering my name, and she looks back and goes, is that him? And I go, yeah. And she says, well, he and I are not supposed to be around each other. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. And I thought, well, maybe, you know, he'll see her and he'll just come in for a minute and just say hi, and then he'll just move on. But no, he comes over, he sits right down, and that's when Diane starts verbally attacking him and everything like that. Calling him a liar and saying you don't know when to shut up and all this other stuff. Starts playing this song where it's supposed to have all kinds of insulting words to it and everything like that. And you know, Jack responds, of course, but he's not really trying to say anything too crazy. And he's trying to talk to me about the old days when we used to do backyard wrestling and independent wrestling and everything like that. And she's just going on and on and on and on and on. And at some point she gets on her phone, and I'm not sure about Jack, but I honestly thought that she was just messing around about calling the cops just to scare him off. So Jack's like, I'm gonna go and everything like that, and he barely gets down that sidewalk right there, and the cop shows up. So the cop talks to Jack first, and he says what's been going on and all this other stuff. Comes over, talks to Diane, and everything like that. And the conversation between Diane and the cop did not go very well, because she starts saying stuff like what he has on him are weapons and all this other stuff. And he's kind of 50-50 on how to respond. It's like, does he want to say they're weapons or say that they're not? So that's kind of what he was doing. It's like, at one point he was going like, well, yeah, they are weapons, but you know, they're what we have to use. Excuse me. And all this other stuff. I'm like, oh, that's kind of crazy. And at one point, she started to yell at the cop. And he said, if you don't calm down, we're going to take you to the station. Now, she said that she had recently gotten out of jail because she cussed out a cop and then spit on him. Now, to me, cussing out a cop is not a big deal. I've heard cops cuss too, and it's like, what's the difference? It's kind of hypocritical. You know, you want to cuss at somebody you're trying to arrest and everything like that. In fact, Reno has on one of his channels an incident at the park where these cops were trying to capture this guy down around Dopeheadville, and the cops were using foul language against the guy. And it's like, yeah, don't sit there and say don't cuss out a cop if you're going to do it to us, you know, because so anyway, so she calms down, Jack takes off, and we start talking again. And you know, and the cop talks to me too, and he asked me about what happened. And I said, look, he just comes over here, and you know, she claims that he knew she was here. But I'm like, honestly, from over that distance, I usually can't tell if anybody's here or not. especially during the day. At night, it's really kind of hard to tell because there's no lights on here. But during the day, it is kind of hard to tell, like, you know, if somebody's here or if you can recognize somebody. Anyway, so yeah, so like the cop talks to me and then he takes off and everything like that. Nobody goes to jail, thank God. And after she takes off, and after the cop takes off and Jack takes off, she sits there and she goes like, "Oh, I forgot, I had half a joint in my back pocket." I'm going, oh dear Lord, no. But it gets worse. And she admits she had a weed pipe in her pocket too. And I'm going, I said, you know what? You're very lucky he didn't search you. And she goes, well, I have a card. I'm like, at that point, I don't think it would have mattered. I think he still would have tried to have arrested you. And, you know, again, card or no card, it wouldn't matter. Because the way you were arguing with him and everything like that, he would have every right in his mind to take you downtown and all this other stuff. So we talk a little bit more. She takes off, and I'm just going like, I got to get the heck out of here. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what happened here, you know, several days ago. I haven't had too many run-ins with Jack lately. Diane ran into her recently, and she had some things to say against Jack that I'd rather not repeat on here, because I'm going to try to send the video to Jack, and I don't want him to get really upset over what she said, but it was pretty bad stuff, so that's how I'm going to put it as. But anyway, gang, I'm going to wrap this one on up and get this uploaded as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless you all. Hope you're having an awesome day. If not, hope it's better for you tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like my videos, please feel free to subscribe. If you would, please go check out and subscribe to any, if not all, the following channels down in the description below. Please help them get to 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, 10,000, 100,000, maybe even 1,000,000. And hopefully whenever they go to the library, they have a nice quiet time and not running too many crazy people. And if you ever get a chance to, please go to where it says Edit Channel, scroll down towards the bottom, and where it says Keep My Subscriptions Private in my community. Make sure both buttons are on the left so we can subscribe to somebody else's channel to get a notification about it. And hopefully they go subscribe to you right back, because it's all about helping other people out, get their channels going and growing. And of course, when it's my community, people can go see your videos and everything like that. Of course, make sure your videos are on public too, so that in this way people can see them, and hopefully that'll inspire them to go check them out and see whatever you got and all that good stuff. So sending positive vibes out to anybody who needs it today, tomorrow, for the rest of your days. Take care of yourselves. Try to be good yourself, and try to be good to others. Till we do this again, as always, stay strong and rock on.